Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cincinnati. My name is Kate, and this is Austin over there. And on behalf of myself and the Cincinnati Youth Crew, it is my honor to present to you Cupcakes for Kids. As you can see from the headlines above, paying for cancer and other chronic illnesses has become a big issue across the United States over the past few years. Insurance is covering less and less every year, and families are forced to pay the difference. Not only with this difference, they're forced to pay the economic or the emotional and the physical pains associated with these chronic diseases like cancer. Chemo can cost anywhere from $100,000 to $30,000 for 8 weeks of treatment. That's a lot of money for the families to come up with. So the problem that Cupcakes for Kids is trying to solve is to help alleviate the financial burden of cancer and other chronic illnesses on the families of the patients. We plan on solving this by collaborating with the Charitable Care Fund and going back to an age-old classic, bake sales. The Charitable Care Fund is a huge part of our organization. It's important to remember that they act like a bank for our money, and they also help distribute our money. The Charitable Care Fund has the same basic mission that we have, and it's to help alleviate the financial burden of the medical expenses that happen with cancer and other chronic illnesses. The Charitable Care Fund is different from other funds and organizations because 100% of the money donated goes to the patients and their families. This is huge. And also, by that, there are no overhead costs. So that means that you're not paying for somebody's staplers or somebody's salary, you're paying for the medical bills, which is our goal. And thirdly, it's one of the few hospital-based funds that focuses exclusively on the patient's out-of-pocket medical expenses. This is just a letter from the director of funding to one of our advisors, basically giving us a go-ahead to work with them. So as you can see, we've already broken one of the major barriers. The structure for Cupcakes and Kids is extremely important. As you can see in the middle is the Charitable Care Fund, because this is where our money is going. Above it, we have donating, then we have selling, baking, and the club. These are all essential. And as you can see, the Charitable Care Fund in the middle, it's important to recall that it acts as a bank. So we're not giving them really our money, they're helping us distribute it. The clubs are a huge part of our organization as well. Their purpose is to help raise awareness, funds, and basically carry out other details that we need them to. Their task will be to periodically bake and sell our goods. This provides leadership opportunities as well as volunteering opportunities for the teens, and it gives them more of a direct relationship with the cancer and other chronic illness patients. Even though they're not in the room actually helping them, whatever they do is going to these patients. Baking is an essential part of our business because that's where we make our money. The baking will have a uniform recipe and packaging. So when you get a Cupcakes for Kids cupcake, cookie, brownie, you know exactly what you're getting. Because we've all had that really bad cookie or that really bad brownie at some school bake sale, not with Cupcakes for Kids. You know what you're getting. Also, like I said earlier, the baking will be performed by the clubs. And there is a low cost, low risk associated with our organization. Because when you have a burnt pan of brownies or something like that, that's the biggest risk we take. And that's what, $3.50? Selling the cupcake is also an important part. As you can see, these are just estimates, and I'd really like to stress that. So let's say we sell a cupcake for $2. The cost to make it is 50 cents. We have a profit of $1.50. That's a 75% profit on every cupcake, but you still don't feel like you're overpaying. Where will we sell these? We can sell them at sporting events, school lunches, rec centers, special events, and other activities that many kids are involved with. The opportunities for selling are really open because everybody loves a cupcake. Giving. The funding benefits local patients and their families because we're working with the Cincinnati Children's Hospital. This is where the Charitable Care Fund will give their money. Like I said earlier, 100% of the profits after supply costs goes to the patients and their families, which is huge. Marketing. Our target market is school-age children about the ages of 7 to 18. Then we have young adults, older adults, and everybody. Because we have such a wide market, it's easy to sell because everybody likes a cupcake or a cookie. The market. Our competition is like bakeries, cupcakeries, sweet shops, and other organizations benefiting the same cause and competing bake sales. For example, the organization Kupcakes for Cancer. On the outside, we seem very similar, but once you take a look deeper, we're a lot different. Their funding is directed towards cancer research as well as the Make-A-Wish Foundation. As you can see, our organization, the money goes directly to helping pay these medical bills. Our advantage is our uniform recipe and packaging. Like I said, you know what you're getting every time. And like I keep reiterating, 100% of the profits. We have a well-known benefactor, Cincinnati Children's, so the money is staying local. And we are sustainable, renewable, and feasible. When I say feasible, I mean that it's pretty easy to have a bake sale. You can pick up the pace or slow it down at any time. For example, one of our own members, Ben, hosted a bake sale in his school at one lunch and raised over $300. That's incredible. And also, just by being in the levy here tonight, we have already joined with forces with two businesses who have agreed to cooperate with us and to let us sell our products in their stores. That's awesome. We're sustainable because we can always keep adapting our program. There's tons of rooms to grow. We can change to seasonal. We can maybe decorate for different seasons, or just basically have lots of room to adapt. And we're renewable because you can always have a bake sale. You're not just going to buy one cupcake and you're limited to that. You can always buy more than one because it's consumed. The future for Kupcakes for Kids is wide open. We can start our own fund where we don't have to go through the charitable fund, but we can donate directly to the patients and their families. We can create our own website where we can raise awareness, funds, and potentially maybe even sell cupcakes through them. We can partner with local sweet shops, bakeries, and national hospitals. For example, when you go to Kroger, they may ask you if you would like to donate $1 to the Children's Miracle Network. Instead, maybe you can donate $1 to the Kupcakes for Kids. Also, we can potentially create our own shops, which would be awesome. We can create a bakery or a cupcakery, pretty much anything. So why Kupcakes for Kids? First of all, we're dynamic. We can easily change and adapt our method from cookies to cupcakes, or even maybe do t-shirts one day. Our cause will not disappear overnight. It's true. Medical bills are always increasing, and they're always there. They'll always be there for the rest of what we know. We're proven successful and renewable. Remember the instance with Ben when he raised over $300 at an individual bake sale. And we're renewable because we can pick up the pace and slow it down at any time. Number 4, 100% of our profits after supply costs goes to our cause. And number 5, who doesn't like sweets? We have a huge market. We are. Thank you. So, any questions? Yes.
Okay, so besides the fact that this is excellent for like children at this hospital, how does this benefit like Dayton, Toledo, Akron?
Well, as of now, our money will not be that much, so benefiting one hospital is a lot better. If we can pay for a $500 treatment, that's more effective than giving $5 to a family. So for now, we'd like to stay small and then eventually really expand. Yes?
With regards to the new school lunch policies in Ohio, how are we
Yeah.
supposed to dodge those?
That's a great question. We also have to, that's one of our faults, you could say, but we also have to dodge the question of allergies. But there are easy vegan recipes, and we can also expand into maybe even little bags of vegetables and stuff that we can make like different cute creations and stuff like that. But there are definitely boundaries that we will have to get around. Yeah.
All of the profits are going back to the children who are sick. Then how are you getting the money to make the cupcakes?
Well, okay, 100% of the profits after the supply costs. I don't know if you read that in the presentation, but that's important. But you have to remember that a 24 cookies batch is only like $7 to make, and we can sell them for, what do you mean, $1.50. So I don't think we really have to worry about the supply costs because they're really low. Yes.
Where will these be made, cupcakes?
Like I said earlier, the clubs, in their homes, in their families. But remember that they'll have a uniform recipe, so it's easy. It's not going to be, you have to sift the flour and sort the eggs. No, it's like we can maybe combine one of the box recipes with maybe a few extra ingredients so we have our unique taste.
What kind of health concerns would you have manufacturing these in kitchens that are not commercial?
That's great. We have, I mean, it's a bake sale. You have to remember that. When you buy product at a bake sale, you know that you're not getting a commercial grade product, and that's evident. But we also have to remember our recipe and everything else that goes into it. It's going to seem to you to be like a commercial made product, but it's not going to be. Also on that note, when I go to a bake sale and I buy a cupcake, I'm not worrying about germs, and I don't think 90% of the 4th graders are either. So that's important. Any other questions?
Have you thought about a hashtag for Twitter or Instagram or
That's my brother. I'm sorry. I don't He's trying to stop me. You did it well. Any other questions? Oh, yes.
how high do you think your sales are going to get? What's your target?
Our target, it depends on how many bake sales we have and how many different schools. But like with Ben's example, that's a great idea to start off with. So maybe we could do 5 bake sales a month and raise, I don't know, $2,500 a month. It's pretty open. It's pretty casual, which is good.
Cupcakes for Kids Club is something that we can do at all schools around the Cincinnati area, and if we choose to expand at other schools around Ohio or in the nation. But by having a club in each individual school, they can fundraise their own bake sales to benefit our cause.
Also on that note real quick, the club, since everybody has like tons of clubs at their school and it's hard to join everyone and kids can't do that, we can also partner with different clubs. So let's say, one of the clubs we have at our school is Coreyville Catholic, where we go and volunteer. And maybe they can have a fundraiser for us, which makes them look good, and it gives the students volunteering opportunities, especially for organizations like NHS. So, thank you.